Alright, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showcasing Usopp, or the evolved version, Kabuto King. I got him on SSS attack, S- range, and S- SPA. He's a heal unit, physical and wind. And I got him on a sharpshooter. Here's the passive. The first one is Sweet Spot, which attacks deals 0 to 30% increased damage based on distance. Now you will be using this to the fullest potential, no matter what, even on infinite, because he's always going to be attacking either first or last or maybe strongest, and they're usually going to be very far from him every time. Next passive is Lies Become Truth. Every 15 seconds, gain 3% critical chance permanently, up to 70%. Now, this is a really good passive because he's basically just doing 3 out of 4 critical attacks every time. So 3 out of 4 of his attacks would be critical, most likely. And I think he's a really good unit. Here's the maxed out stat. I don't have him on level 100, but if he is level 100, I would probably say he has about, like 12k attack. I'm just speculating though. He also applies burn. So let's say burn plus the critical plus the increased damage. He's a really good unit. I would say he will be doing about 3000 DPS. Because look, about 5-second SPA. And then let's say he's maxed out and he does about 12k damage. Then he will be doing burn and the crit. That would be about, let's be generous, maybe 4000 DPS, which makes him one of the best circle AoE units in the game. Basically placing him at the very top as DPS. And I think he's a really good unit. Sorry if I've been repeating myself. I don't know what to say. So here's his placement. That's the effect. He shoots I don't know, flames. I don't watch One Piece, sorry. On placement, he does 2.6k, and the crit just goes up. Remember, he's on sharpshooter, so when his passive is maxed out, I will be having about 75% crit chance. And as you can see, he's just critting every time. Now look at the single target damage. He does 3k, so that's like about, I don't know if the multi-hit crits all the time. So let's say he hits a crit once, and the other multi-hit just crits. Like, I don't know if that's how it works. If not, then multi-hit is a blessing. Here's the second attack. He slams. Alright, he does double damage right there. As you can see, he does double damage with the crit. Or not double damage, I guess about 80% maybe. It's not bad. Now let's take use of the first passive. As you can see, he does more damage the further the enemies are. Now the third attack, he stays a circle, and he will always stay a circle, which is good for a heal unit. I don't think a heal unit should be aligned. It really is really bad if a heal unit is aligned. And as you can see, his crit is very solid. He hits crits every time. Next attack. That is a huge AoE with a lot of multi-hits, and he applies burn. And here's his maxed out stat. He does about 3 multi-hits, maybe 4. Actually, no, that's maybe 5 multi-hits. Yeah, it's probably 5 multi-hits. which is really good, even for shields. And he does burn, which is really good for shield breaking. Now he has 4.5 SPA with 8.68k. He is level 66. If he's maxed out, he's probably going to be doing 12k, as I've said. And his range is no joke. So let's say, for example, I put him right here. He will be hitting almost the entire map, or at least the first map. It's really good for Huecomundo too, because Huecomundo it has a pretty huge curve. This one has a loop. Like the maps on this game is not bad. He's also 3 placement, making the worst trade for him, in my opinion. And he's very cheap. It's 60k to max out. I'll show you that. I have 420k. I'm left out with 360k, which means he's about 60k to max out. Now I've been using him on my macros, and he's actually just a solo god. He actually can solo any stage, except for the Twin-tailed Beast and the Act 1 and Act 2. I think it's impossible for him to solo, just because of the sheer amount of the enemies. And on the Act 2, basically Naruto just deletes your units. And closing thoughts on this unit, really good unit. I think he's probably on the meta tier. I won't trust YouTubers tier list for thoughts on the units. I think you should think of it yourself. This game is pretty diverse, pretty deep in thought. I think, well, it's not as deep as Anime Vanguards. I think Anime Vanguard still has the best passives. You can play around like most teams, and you can like have a lot of unique mechanics on it. Like you can mix and match and still win most stages. On this game, it's basically like Anime Adventures, where you just see the meta and pick that unit. So yeah, my closing thoughts: a really good circle unit, a really good DPS, very overpowered, especially because of the burn and the crit, and also this passive. And why do I say this passive is always going to be proccing every time? So let's say you're in an infinite and the enemies start pushing through. He will always be hitting the first enemy. So let's say they're pushing through here and I have an Ichigo here. He'd be killing them here maybe. Then the circle will always be here, and he will always be getting 30% more damage every time, which makes this unit really good. So yeah, that's about it.